What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are back with another Hot Toys figure preview video. Today we are featuring Miles Morales, the purple rain suit from the video game Spider-Man 2. This figure is a Hot Toys exclusive. Actually, this figure hasn't even been set up for pre-order yet on Sideshow. That's why we are on Facebook's website to look at the images. I'll be honest, I usually like to wait on Sideshow for them to post the figure, as you guys know, but so that we can talk about price and details and things like that, and also so I can include the link so that you guys can pre-order it. But unfortunately, they haven't posted the figure up yet for pre-order, and I've been wanting to talk about this figure already. So just like we did with Deadpool on the last video, I thought, it was just best to go ahead and talk about the guys. So again, we get this unexpected release. I did not see this guy coming whatsoever. I thought that we were done with the whole Spider-Man 2 collection. And in all honesty, I am a little bit upset about the timing of this release. Don't get me wrong. I like the suit. The figure individually looks great and I like it a lot. But it's the timing for me. I mean, we have some figures, man, that have been released already months ago up to a year. I pretty much already have my whole collection for the video game. I'm just missing a figure or two, and then we get this release right here, which I would assume that we're gonna get it until next year, if it goes as normally expected. And it's one of those things where it's a little bit frustrating in my personal opinion, because again, the timing of the releases and when we get the collections and when we get to complete them, it's so far away that in all honesty, it does bother me a little bit. I just wish they would announce all the releases at once or around the same time frame, and then we can pretty much pick and choose which ones we're gonna go ahead and buy. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with me on that or not. I think it's understandable if you guys feel different, but that's just how I feel about it. Now, the figure individually, again, it's an exclusive figure. I'm not surprised by that either because of the uniqueness of the suit. I am a little bit upset that they're going this route, but not surprised at all. So obviously we're going to have to rush in and buy it as quickly as possible. Although I don't see this figure being such a high demand. Again, I like it and it looks good, but I don't see this to be like a figure that everybody's been wanting to get. Personally, I might be wrong, but just going based on previous experience, I don't think that the guy is going to be that high of a demand. Now, as I mentioned before, the guy looks great. I like the suit a lot. I've played the video game. I really didn't get the chance to use this suit individually, so I did have to go take a look at the images on Google to kind of just and YouTube also to pretty much take a look and see how the suit looks compared to what it was in the video game. I do think Hot Toys does a good job of pretty much portraying the suit and making it accurate as possible. Again, this is Miles Morales' suit, not Peter Parker, so I am glad about that. We've got a lot of figures for Peter Parker. This would be the second figure for Miles Morales, the first one being the original suit. And again, it looks great. I love the look to it. It's a very unique and different color. So whenever we put this guy in the collection, in my personal opinion, he's going to look so different and he's going to stand out a lot. And I like that a lot. To me, again, for those of you guys who have seen my collection tours, I have a whole shelf stacked of all Spider-Man figures from different movies, video games, and things like that. So obviously, most of the colors are going to be red, blue, and black. So getting a guy that's going to be purple and green, it's such a unique color to it, and I like it a lot. So I'm glad to know that they made this release. Again, just the timing of it is a little bit disappointing. But as far as the figure itself, I do expect it to be made out of that rubbery type of plastic, just like the other figures. I don't see anything too different as far as the materials that they're going to go ahead and do. The difference is the shoes. So with the other ones, they were a little bit thinner and flat for the other figures. These ones are going to be more of a kind of like a tennis shoe type of design. It is accurate to the video game from the pictures that I saw, so I do think Hot Toys nails it there. These power effects right here, they remind me a lot of Spider-Man 2099 from the movie Across the Spider-Verse. So he had a blue and red color powering effect. This guy has it as well, and it does seem like it's going to be stuck to his finger just like it was for Miguel O'Hara. So I like the fact that we get these different pieces, just adds onto the figure, and they match very, very well with the suit. Again, the green being kind of like a neon type of color, and then the purple does look very amazing as well. Some parts of gray right here. The design of the suit is very unique and cool in my personal opinion, so I like that a lot. So moving on to next other images, I'm thinking we're gonna get two effects. I think 1 is fine, but if we get 2, that would be even better. It would just give us more options to pose the figure. The eye lenses, we only get 1 set of eye lenses, which is somewhat disappointing. And I do have a small complaint about the lenses. They look cool, but they do look small. I wish they would have included another set of eye lenses where they were a little bit bigger. Now, please correct me if I'm wrong about this. I'm not sure if this is accurate to the video game where the lenses are only small. But one thing I was able to tell is that the lenses for him do turn on bright. So it's like he's got this like light activation on his lenses that make the mask more brighter than what it's supposed to be. So one thing that Hot Toys to me could have done with this figure is that they could have included some type of LED light up effect or batteries to turn on the mask. I think that would have been the first ever Spider-Man that we get a suit to turn on as far as the light up effects. Although actually no, Iron Spider for Tom Holland might have been one, but as far as like the video game Spider-Man 2, this would have been the first figure that does turn on as far as any part of the suit, and it would have been the mask. So I thought that that's something that they could have done. I might be wrong, and maybe it does come in with that, but I feel like throughout the images of the Facebook post, they would have mentioned it, and they didn't. So I'm assuming that the mask is not going to be lit up in any way. And I do think that they missed an opportunity on that, because again, just looking at the images of the figure and the suit, the eyes are brighter than the actual suit. So I'm thinking that his eye lenses do turn on, and unfortunately they don't do that here for this figure. So I think that's something that they could have done, in my personal opinion. Now this is more of a straight up standing look to the guy. Again, the suit looks absolutely phenomenal. I really don't have a major complaint about it. He looks great. But again, just the eye lenses, I think that that would have been nice. But as far as everything else, this is a very unique and cool design. It might not be for everybody. I want to make it clear, I don't think this figure is a must buy. I think it's a personal opinion. It's up to anybody who wants to buy it. Me personally, I am gonna get it. I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, and I just like the uniqueness of the color, and knowing how he'll look in the collection, he's gonna stand out very well. So I am definitely going to get it, but in no way, shape, or form can I say that this is a must buy. I think it's up to anybody who, whoever likes it, great. And if you don't, again, it's not for everyone. So totally understandable. This image right here takes the doubt out of my mind. So I thought the powering effect was just 1 piece. Thankfully, it's 2. So that's good. Gives us options for the figure. I think it's a nice effect to add on if you guys don't want to use the spiderweb effect. So it's nice to have that. And as I mentioned before, they look very similar to the ones from Spider-Man 2099, except different colors. It's kind of like this neon green type of coloring effect to it that looks really, really cool, and it does match the suit as well. So again, just more images. The display base right here, I'll talk about it more once we get to the last image, since I really can't see it very well. It's got a very weird coloring type of pattern, but just know that it's going to include the name of the video game, the name of the suit, not the figure, the suit, and then just weird colors going all around it. It is going to come with its flight pole, which we are pretty accustomed to. And one thing that I can also mention is that it does come with the new spider web effects. I'm glad that it does. I felt like ever since they've released them with this video game, they've been a major upgrade to all Spider-Man figures. They just have more of a natural direction, position. They're white colors, so they look so cool. And I'm glad to know that they are including them for this figure. In all honesty, I feel like that they should include them for every single figure, in my personal opinion, that is released for Spider-Man. So glad to know that they're gonna do it for this guy as well. So we can just pretty much skip around and just take a look at more images. Again, there's nothing much more to the guy. He just comes with the spiderweb effects, those power effect pieces that are colored green, and then just the suit itself. Again, we could just keep pretty much skipping images. Again, there's nothing too much to look. Again, I mentioned it before, the attack effect accessories, 1 for each hand. And again, just based on this image, you guys can tell that it's going to be attached to his finger, just like with Spider-Man 2099. So I don't see any surprises with it. And I think that's pretty much it. There's nothing else new that they added. One thing that I am noticing is that he does come with a lot of hand pieces. That's good to know. I always like when Spider-Man comes with those hand pieces, because it gives us options to pose it. It comes with the spiderweb effects and the power effect pieces. We can get a closer look to the display base, so we get pretty much kind of like his claws being scratched in the background of the display base along with the spider logo, kind of like this smoky type of background with green and purple going all around it, the name of the movie and the name of the suit individually. By the way, that's another thing that I forgot to mention. So his hand pieces do come included with green claws. I think all of them do except for his closed fist. So I think this is accurate to the video game. I'll be honest, that's something that I did not pay attention, and I do apologize if I didn't pay attention. I promise you guys, once I get the figure and I do the unboxing, I will make sure that that is accurate to the video game. But as far as everything else, it looks great. I like the figure. No complaints about it, except for the eye lenses. I thought that they could have been turned on via LED light up effects just to make it more accurate. But that's probably the only thing. As far as the whole suit, it looks good. Again, the question is probably the material. I'm assuming that regular kind of rubbery type of fabric. But again, we'll have to see once we get the figure in person. Articulation, same thing. I do expect the body to be the same for the Miles Morales figures that we have. The mask does look kind of differently shaped, and also the design of it is completely different. But a nice figure to collect. As I mentioned before, I don't think it's a must buy. I think it's up to anybody who wants to buy it. This figure is not for everyone, but for me personally, I am going to go ahead and purchase it. And once the link comes for Sideshow, and once we get that RSVP, I'll try my best to let you guys know. Unfortunately, most times I'm busy and I'm not able to access the link as quickly as possible. But what I can recommend you guys is that if you are interested in purchasing it, I would suggest go to Sideshow, RSVP, reserve it, and then also make sure you have your notifications turned on via text message, because usually what they do is that they'll send you a text message whenever they're going to start the wait list to pre-order this figure. So that's something that can help you guys, so that way you guys can secure your own copy of this Miles Morales figure if interested in purchasing it. So as always, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this figure individually, and what are your overall thoughts of the whole collection line that Hot Toys is releasing for the Spider-Man 2 video game. As always, I want to thank you guys also for supporting the channel and for watching all of my videos. I want to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, join, and hit your notifications bell for more figure unboxings, as well as figure previews for Hot Toys or any other company that releases action figures. For now, this is going to be it for this Miles Morales Purple Rain Suit figure preview from the video game Spider-Man 2, and I will see you next time.